So guys, so what's important is understanding that today is a beautiful day because I get to go and give money to these nice and beautiful people so I can have my event at Mounties. It's just a dream come true. I mean, it's a dream come true to be able to understand that I had a dream that I was on a surfboard somewhere where I was never on a surfboard, but I was pushing my girlfriend or some woman on a surfboard running away from a shark. And also I was at a party somewhere around a family, and this woman was around 12 years of age, and the man was saying, "This is your boyfriend." And I was drinking alcohol with him. Alright, so now I'm making sure that either way, that never happens with I. Otherwise, I probably should never want to be around drug addicts. I never want to be drinking alcohol with some family. I never want to be around the beach pushing anybody on a surfboard. I mean, in a sense, because why? I never go on surfboards on the beach. I mean, in a sense, and the thing is about surfboards on the beach somewhere, I understand that there can be a shark. I mean, there can be a shark somewhere. And I never go that far into the beach. I never want to risk it. But if I have to push somebody on a surfboard somewhere, I mean, I can, but it's most likely somewhere where there's no shark happening. So I'm understanding anyway. I'm making sure that, guys, I'm just doing something great. I'm doing better than that. I never want to be pushing anybody on a surfboard where there may be a shark on the beach somewhere. Alright, now what's amazing about my life is understanding now that it's cold. Alright, it's cold around here. Alright, what I have to do is warm up. I have to warm up. Alright, here in Sydney, especially in the morning from 5 to 9 o'clock in the morning, it gets cold. And it catches me, or it catches me while I'm sleeping. So what I want to do is, I never want to joke around. Alright, it gets to 13 degrees right now. Alright, it's much better than that. But I'm making sure that no matter what, I realize now quickly how in the next days it's coming. I mean, it's becoming 6 degrees. I mean, it's going to 6 degrees to 13 degrees. I make sure to have a heater while I'm sleeping because it gets cold. And because I'm understanding that, I'm making sure that I go and just deliver better in terms of my life in different ways, and I'm making sure anyway that I do greater in terms of my life to go and focus upon studying myself to succeed. Whereas now, as I succeed differently, I'm making sure I'm doing something different along the way. So I never again want to go sleep before I watch the actual weather. I want to be able to see the weather before I fall asleep. And now I never fall asleep by making sure that I go and do something greater for myself where I can go and deliver. So I have to deliver content. I have to make sure I'm warming myself up over here with the heater. I understand it gets cold in Sydney. So I'm understanding that what I want to do is something greater. I want to make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what to do. And I'm understanding now. I'm understanding that I just woke up. But the thing is, I understand straight away to just go and focus on myself because I feel that I've been wasting time. I mean, how is that possible? I mean, it's possible because I feel that other people never appreciate my time. I feel that I feel that other people never appreciate what I've done for them. I mean, that's honest. So what I do is I move on. Whereas what I want to do now is just focus upon understanding that if people never want to message you back, it's because they never trust you. And they never trust you. Whereas they never trust you, and also it's because you are just doing better than them. I mean, so what you do is understand to just show yourself a nice and beautiful way of life where you can go and massively just enjoy yourself to go and do greater. So you understand straight away how to really, really do greater about whatever it is. So that's the whole point, guys. I mean, the whole point is making sure that you're doing greater. And as you do greater, I see a massive brawl for Easter in Australia. I see people brawling and fighting for some reason. I have no reason to fight. Alright, anyway, just make sure that you overwrite anything that's, let's say, you're coughing. So if you cough on an audio, just overwrite it and just realize every single day that you're learning something very nice and beautiful about what you're doing. So as you want to do something that's helping you grow, what you do is always focus upon something that's greater for yourself in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what's happening around the world. And I see that people are posting the news over here in terms of 3 weeks ago that there was a brawl. I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I go and grow myself and I'm focusing on something that really, really helps me to deliver content, so I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about the world around me. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can see straight away how to go and deliver something about life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that there's always much more happening with my life. So I'm understanding that when over 5 people are attacking people, I'm understanding that no matter what, then you can see straight away how to actually dwell upon something that's actually helping you grow. So what you do is you have to realize all the time that you need to go and grow up, and you need to never fight other people. But I'm understanding that what I do always is I succeed differently. And as I succeed differently, I make sure that no matter what, that I'm never losing. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon dwelling a better way for myself. So I see people running from the police when they're fighting other people. So you have to realize anyway that when I really, really grow myself differently, I make sure that you understand straight away how it feels to be loving yourself differently. So just be careful about life and get away from people, because that way you're never around these people ever. I mean, you're making sure that you can grow yourself differently, and that's the whole point. So just focus on yourself and focus on delivering content that's deliver content and confidence that's actually helping people. So as you do greater and greater and greater, I mean, the whole point is making sure that you're studying upon what you need to do today to succeed. And as I succeed differently, I make sure to be just enjoying myself very quickly, to be able to understand. I never want to get into a fight, but if that ever did happen to me, I promise you, I just make sure that I just go and defend myself as much as I can. So the whole point is making sure that you're helping yourself to succeed differently, because I focus upon understanding that there's always much more to help yourself in your nice and beautiful way of life over here. So I understand that what you want to do is never wait for an answer, and every single time just focus upon understanding that you want to be able to deliver a nice and beautiful way. I feel over here that I have more to say and more to do now. So what I do is I focus on myself now. I focus on just making sure that you guys hear me out. I'm doing a nice and beautiful job. I'm making sure that there's always so much more to do every single day. So what I need to do now is just upload Instagram photos. I have to upload Instagram photos. I have to get myself to Officeworks. I have to go also do something around the house over here where I can groom and shower. But everything one step at a time, guys. And I just focus upon understanding now that what I want to do for now is I just want to make sure that I'm growing for myself. I want to be making sure I'm adaptable, but I never want to be drinking alcohol with somebody or running away from a shark. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is making sure that if you appreciate yourself and you love yourself so much, then make sure you never get yourself in a dangerous position in the first place. I mean, make sure you understand straight away that what's important is understanding that you have to lift yourself and other people. So as you lift yourself and other people, just go and focus on yourself and what you are actually doing in terms of life in a way that is helping you grow. But I see very much in terms of a lot of stupid people out there, and I see them. I see how stupid they are because they're causing violence. I see they never follow Jesus to my extent. I don't know why. I make sure anyway that I have a greater status than them. I have a greater life than them. I never want to find myself around these people because they just cause trouble, and that way I learn much greater upon doing something that's actually helping me grow. So as I help myself grow, I realize how it is when you're actually dwelling upon success and as you're really, really understanding life for yourself. Then what's happening is you're learning very quickly upon how the police does help people to succeed, and they break it up. I realize they break up all the fights everywhere. But yes, I mean they break up the fights as much as they can, and just realize every single day that all you want to do is just greater abundance for yourself, to focus upon understanding that if you want to do anything in life, then make sure that you never fight. And make sure you're never fighting, because that way you're learning quickly upon the art of what you need to do to succeed. And that way you're understanding straight away how I feel. But I feel that no matter what, that karma's coming for those people who never want to talk to me. And I never need them to talk to me, but it's more how I feel that when you grow up with somebody who in life has been in your life for a number of years and they never trust you. I mean, you've been in their life for a number of years and they never trust you. Then it means just move away from those people, because that way you're doing greater, and it's more how you can understand. Whereas when I do something that is helping me move forward, I'm showing all this content because I understand that it's helping me move forward. So when you're moving forward, you're doing greater, and you're just focusing on completing those sentences in a way that's helping you grow. And the whole point is delivering something that's actually helping you to succeed. So what can that be? I mean, the words that you speak is something more so every single day. So that way you are looking to help yourself to astonish yourself in different ways. And as you do something great for yourself, just be able to really, really endow yourself to succeed. So that way you're learning very quickly upon understanding how to talk to people. And as you talk to people, you are always understanding that you never have to hold a selfie stick while doing your content or Instagram or anything like that. But what you can do is you can place a selfie stick on the floor, and then you can go and do your Instagram photos if you want. And it's much better that I do so. I'm making sure all the time I have all the nice and beautiful empathy over here to be able to go and suss out what I need to do to succeed, because there's no reason to fight. I mean, there's no reason to fight other people at all. I mean, in that sense, so what you do is just go and find yourself around Jesus Christ more. I mean, when you find yourself around Jesus Christ, then you're actually learning something very quickly. And because you're doing that, I mean, all you're really doing is focusing on making sure that if it's too hot around you, then make sure you find yourself somewhere better. So for myself, I have to go and really realize something. That if the heater is blowing winds of heatness or hotness into you, then realize that it's time to move away. I mean, that's it. And why is that? Because the heater has a gas or something like that. And if the gas is going into your actual, let's say, mouth or something, then it can be dangerous. I mean, why is that? I mean, imagine breathing in gas. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is just do better than that, please. And just focus on yourself in a way that you're learning, and get your blanket as well and cover up in the mornings, because it may be a bit warm when you fall asleep in your bedroom, but then in the morning it goes from 15 degrees to 1 degrees while you're sleeping. I mean, do you want to be sleeping in those conditions? Probably not. Probably what you need to do is find yourself a heater and sleep with a heater somewhere. I mean, that's the best chance you have to succeed and to never ever get sick. I mean, find yourself around the healer is what I'm saying. So that way, no matter what, that if you just go and cover up yourself to succeed, I'm not staying here in Sydney now. I'm promise you, I never ever fall asleep without a heater anymore in Sydney, especially from May to August. So I have June, July, August. Whereas now, especially from May to, let's say, I see May to September. I see August, September. Whereas now, why? Because it gets cold. It gets cold in the mornings over here. And I never want to sleep around places without a heater in winter. So I'm staying anyway. That in Sydney, it never snows in Sydney. I mean, there's no snow in Sydney ever. So that's the great thing about Sydney. But what you do is focus upon just making sure that you're delivering content in a way that is helping you move forwards personally. So just be around yourself in a way that you're never around drug addicts or anybody who is causing trouble, because anything that's actually doing greater in life never has to cause people violence. So just focus on saying, I never cause people violence. I mean, do you understand? I mean, those people who find themselves in groups who are attacking other people because they have 10 people, I mean, they have 10 people doing it too. I mean, they find themselves around people who attack people. And that way they're all going to prison very soon. Whereas because I'm actually growing myself in different ways, I'm actually just studying the art of being able to persuade you to do greater. Because when I do greater, I'm doing something that's actually worth it. I'm making sure I'm studying the game of art. I'm making sure I'm learning quickly upon what I'm doing daily. And as I learn, I breathe. I breathe something that's nice and beautiful. I lie. I make sure that no matter what, that you guys can see straight away how I speak and what I do to succeed. I realize always that I'm focusing on making sure that there is so much going on that I want to be able to just dwell upon better ways of doing and thinking. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I learn very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. And that way I'm learning how to actually do greater. And the whole point is understanding that if you find yourself at the Easter show somewhere, I promise you it's because you have a family to go with, and that's it. I mean, but for myself to go to Easter show, I'd never go to Easter show. I never go to those places where those middle class people are. I never go that way. I promise you they're all troublemakers, and I'm making sure that no matter what, you understand that they never jump in for you. I mean, they never try to protect you, so why do you want to even be around them? I mean, in a sense, so what you do is move away. I mean, move away from those people and focus upon understanding that what you want to do daily is have this nice and beautiful mindset of helping yourself to succeed differently. And that way you're learning very quickly you're just learning very quickly upon something that actually helps you. So actually, as you help yourself to succeed, you're learning quickly upon learning how to talk to people. And as you talk to people differently, you're learning that actual nice and beautiful art of persuasion every single day, which is communication in a way of formats. We are learning how to go and dwell upon helping yourself to understand how to talk to people. And the only way is talking better. And the better you talk, the better for you. I mean, in a sense, so all that you want to do is you want to do greater. And you want to make sure that no matter what, that you're learning about what you need in life to succeed is what the whole point is. I realize if somebody never allows you to do something, then focus upon your life and focus upon doing something that's actually growing you. And that way you have to understand that no matter what, that you're just dwelling upon a better way. And as you do that, I promise you it's much more how I feel. I feel that I have to succeed differently. I feel as I succeed, I grow myself. And I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning as I go along. I'm learning something as I go along, because that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is learning something for nothing. And making sure that you go and turn off notifications as well. So you can go and really, really, let's say, enjoy yourself So you have to understand that if people are messaging you too much on actual Instagram and all that, then just go and turn off the notifications, because I understand for myself over here, I feel like doing it as well, because it's something that really, really, let's say, just gets in the way of what I'm doing. Because so many messages and notifications are coming up on Instagram that I don't want to be replying to those people. And why is that? Because I have more than enough time to do something else. And the whole point is understanding anyway that if you focus upon understanding your life, then just go and focus upon loving your life in ways that is helping you move forward. So what you need to do is difference in terms of difference making, and you want to be able to always dwell in terms of life. And I never hate anything. I never hate Jesus Christ. I never hate I never hate you. I love everything, because that's how I grow. And since I grow this way, I make sure always to deliver content in a way that is moving me forward. So the whole time I'm always learning very quickly upon what's actually happening. And the whole point is understanding that no matter what, that as I grow, I succeed differently. And that's the whole point for me. So what I do is understand straight away, I realize I understand straight away how it feels to succeed. And as I succeed differently, I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon the art of being able to enjoy myself. So the whole point is making sure that I have more than enough time freedom every single day to study up on what I need to do to succeed. I make sure to get the car in terms of my biological dad's car, and I go to Officeworks right away. And first of all, I have to go to my auntie's. I go to my auntie's first with his car. I give them the money. I say I did book an event on the 28th of May over here, and I'm making sure no matter what that I did book the event for the 28th of May is a difference. And anyway, I'm just doing better than all that. I'm making sure that from that point, I give them the money, and then I come to the event on the day, and that's it. I make sure anyway that I can book my place at least, so that I focus upon doing that for myself. And then I go promote my business cards and make a new business card. And I just go and order something different where I can go and dwell upon something better for myself, where I understand straight away how to actually promote my business cards now. Whereas now, what I want to do straight away is if I make the business card right away, I can go and also promote my other ones as well. But I'm understanding anyway that I just want to go and finish it up differently, where I can go and do something different as well, so I can save money in the process. Whereas now, if I use up my nice beautiful business cards that I already did print out, then I'm never wasting money, am I? I mean, make sure you use up everything that you've already given. I mean that way you're never wasting time and you're never wasting money. So the whole point is understanding yourself into a great feel of life. And as you have a great feel, just make sure you understand straight away how it feels to grow yourself in different ways and to be able to pronounce yourself in a better way. But what's amazing is understanding that yourself in life is what you need. And as you grow, you're learning. I mean, you're learning very much a different way of life. I mean, you're learning different aspects of life. So the whole point is making sure that no matter what, that as you grow, you shall succeed if you focus upon something that's helping you grow. Because that's how I feel. I feel that you guys need to understand how to grow yourself with communication. So that's all I do. I make sure every single day I'm growing myself with different communicational skills to be able to love myself daily and to be able to focus upon something that's helping me move forward is the whole point. So as I actually go and grow myself differently, I make sure I have more enough time for free to be able to go and love my life and prosper daily to succeed, because that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is making sure that no matter what you're doing, that you're loving your life anyway, and that you're just focusing on your life in a better direction, because that way you have more to look out for, and you're doing so much greater than other people this way. I mean, make sure you understand that. I mean, make sure you understand how it is to grow yourself and other people along the way, because that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. And that way, as I grow, I succeed, I make sure that no matter what, that I'm ahead of the game in my life. I'm ahead of the game because I'm always talking and talking and talking. And because I'm talking so much, I really believe in myself much more about success. And I'm making sure I have a greater life than those people because at least I'm talking more than them. And because I'm talking more than them, I'm finding ways to grow very quickly. I'm adapting very quickly to change. I'm adapting very quickly to what's going on around me. I'm ahead of the game in my planning. I'm strategizing very quickly upon what to do. And then I'm also uploading content online as well, while also becoming successful is very much a big deal for me. And that's the whole point that you need to be doing. So I get myself an extra phone as well, because that way I can go and upload content very quickly online. And that way I understand anyway that what's important for myself is even if I get another extra phone or something that can help me do this, I'm sure around $200 for a phone can help me do it. So I make sure that no matter what, that I learn very quickly upon just enjoying myself. And as I enjoy myself, I promote myself very quickly upon what I'm doing because everybody needs to promote themselves and just go and focus upon understanding how you never need to be with a woman who has a father or a mother or a family deciding for them everything. I mean, never go with other people where other people are in control of them. If you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, and then the mother controls them or their family controls their every single decision. So if you want to do something with her or him, and you want to take them out somewhere in terms of you want to enjoy them in a way that you're bringing them somewhere to do better, or you're taking them out in a better way, and they never allow you, or you have to go for the parents to ask them to bring their daughter somewhere, or to bring their son somewhere, and you have to ask the parents because the parents is controlling the kid or the person, then forget that. I mean, please never ever go to the parents to ask to bring the child or to bring somebody with you somewhere. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is go and focus on something better where you can love yourself in different ways to help yourself grow, is what I mean. And that way you're learning very quickly the art or what you need. So the best way is understanding that no matter what, that as I grow, I succeed very quickly in what I'm doing because I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm doing. Whereas now what I'm doing is making sure that I'm very successful upon what I'm doing daily because that's how you succeed and you succeed differently and you make sure all the time that when you're succeeding, you're making sure you're lifting yourself and other people along the way. I mean, all you're making sure is you're becoming an inspiration online. I mean, people can come and see exactly what you're doing and why you do it. And that way you are always somebody who has content or delivery products of whatever you're doing to succeed. And you're making money quickly and you're enjoying your life differently and you're making sure you understand that no matter what, that my life has been a living hell. My life has been a living hell until now. And understand that no matter what, that I was living with a lot of fake people. I was living with people who never want to be great. I was growing up with people who want to be drug addicts and to fly around. I I make sure to just do my life and make sure that I never scratch myself. So the whole point is learning. I mean, you have to be learning something along the way. I mean, check your emails in the morning and see what's going on. And that way you're learning very quickly upon who's messaging you and why. And that way, no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon the art or whatever it is that's helping you to do greater. So as you go and really, really dwell upon something that's actually helping you, just be ready to go and dwell upon that nice and beautiful way of your life in a way that you're just enjoying yourself, but make sure you're never ever wasting time is what the whole point is. And that way I understand that no matter what that I feel, the other people are just very jealous of me in terms of my life and how I feel about life. So I come over here and I just go quickly be able to just persuade myself always to do better. So I'm understanding that I just go and I figure the nice and beautiful Snapchat over here to go and just remove all the notifications from Snapchat. I never need the notifications, man. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I grow, I succeed differently. And I make sure that you guys understand straight away how it feels to just do greater than other people. And it feels amazing to be able to do much more words than other people every single day. Because that's what work is. I mean, work is doing far more than other people in terms of that subject. And that way you're learning very quickly. I mean, you're learning. And then as you learn, you're growing and you're focusing on making sure that you're delivering better products in a way that you're enjoying your life and you're making sure that your life is moving forward. So as you move forward, you shall succeed because what you need to do is prepare yourself to write down whatever you want to talk about. So as I do that, I succeed differently and I make sure that no matter what that, as I do my content over here, I make sure to just pick everything out myself and I make sure that I usually ask Jesus Christ and I say, which photo do you want Jesus Christ for me to post on Instagram? And Jesus Christ goes and shows me this one, this one. I'm pretty sure that when I'm speaking to you, I understand that no matter what, I just go and do my Instagram. And it's much more how I ask Jesus Christ only when it's just me and Him throughout of life. And that way I understand that no matter what, that as I grow, I reap rewards. I reap all the time asking everything about life. I realize as I ask, I receive a better way of life over here where I'm focusing on making sure that I'm doing something greater. So as I focus upon doing something greater, I make sure that I have so much more to deliver daily. And that's why I'm so much more successful than other people because I'm learning how to really, really study the art of ideas. I realize as I study ideas, I understand straight away how it feels to be able to go and grow myself. So what I need to do always is summon up an opportunity right here to go and grow myself because I understand anyway that what you need to do is always understand that it's your fault. Regardless of what happens on the way. I mean, it's always your fault. I mean, in a sense, so what you attract in your life is your fault. And that's it. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, that if you really, really want to be abundant and you want to do greater, then just go and focus upon that. And then focus upon understanding that you always have a greater life. And the greater life is making sure that you are studying the game of art in yourself to be able to deliver something that's actually helping you grow. And as you grow, you succeed, but make sure you understand that no matter what you do, that you focus upon loving yourself in a way that you're enjoying yourself because no matter what happens, you can see straight away how people are stupid. And because they're very stupid people, I mean, they believe they're so correct about everything. And it's because I love I mean, it's because they're so unaware as you grow in life. You must understand that it's more about making sure that you have that nice and beautiful attitude going. So the attitude of a nice and beautiful way of life can help you succeed far more greater than anything else in the world. So if you're actually happier because you have more to do every single day, then you're focusing on making sure that you have delivery. So I'm focusing on making sure that I can go and do greater here. So just make sure I'm studying something that's actually helping me move forward. So making sure that no matter what that I never overwrite anything, but making sure that I just go and grow myself differently is what I mean. So the whole point for me is to grow and grow and grow. I realize as I grow, I succeed differently. So the whole point is post the photos that you are happier with, and that's it. I realize after you do life much more greater, I realize I just make sure that I'm always delivering content in different ways because that way I'm learning how to study, I'm learning the art of freedom. I never want to get myself into danger. I want to make sure that no matter what I do daily, that I'm focusing on a greater way. But I feel that Brisbane City over here is looking to see something about me today. I mean, I understand straight away how they're following me. And I understand anyway that Sydney over here, I realize that a lot of people in Sydney over here are already following me. I'm making sure anyway that as I grow, I go and dwell upon something that helps me grow in different ways. So I'm always just looking for ways to improve. And as I improve myself, I succeed. I look for different ways of doing something that's actually helping me.
And what helps me the most is communicational techniques to grow. And that way I learn very quickly upon just persuading myself more than enough to be able to deliver content that's actually helping me move forward. And as I move forward, I succeed. I succeed differently. I make sure that you guys have courage and skills every single day and ideas to grow, because that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is making sure you're doing greater than everybody else, and you must be doing greater than everybody else to find that courage. I mean, the courage of what? I mean, the courage of being able to be successful in ways of doing a greater way. And the greater way of life is expressing yourself in different ways to show for your nice and beautiful life differently, is what I mean. And just be able to, or as in just be able to understand how your life is and how you actually, I mean, you're never falling apart. I mean, you're making sure that you're lifting yourself and other people is what it's all about. So as you do that, I mean, you succeed differently, and just make sure that you are somebody who has a greater life than other people, and that's it. I mean, if they never want you, and if they never want to be around you, then have a greater life than them is the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is being more successful than other people, so you can focus upon something that's actually helping you. So that way, I'm learning very quickly upon persuasional techniques over here to be able to go and spark up attention and content that helps me move forward. And that way, I'm always understanding I have a nice and beautiful haircut coming up before my program over here with Mounties. I'm making sure I'm recording everything on the day. I'm recording the whole seminar, and I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is I never rely on other people to record me, but I make sure I make some money on the day. I love it. I make a seminar where I can go and dwell upon something greater. I realize as I go and grow myself differently, I make sure that no matter what, that I just study the game of art, and I study something very nice and beautiful for myself. So what I do is I just focus upon understanding that I want to be able to grow myself in different ways, and I need to be never relying on other people to do. I never want to be relying on other people to do anything for me. So as I grow, I succeed in different ways, and I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning the art of being able to just help myself to grow very quickly. So what I do with Samsung over here is I place everything on 720 HD when I record myself, because that way I understand that I save memory in my phone to be able to do a greater job. So as I do a greater job, I succeed quickly, and that's the whole point for me, to be able to do something that's actually helping me move forward. So as I move forward, I'm always successful in different ways, but straight away I see different people and how they are really. I can see exactly how they are, and they're all the same. I mean, they're all the same to me. I mean, the same. So what I do is I just go and focus upon life, and I focus upon understanding straight away how to deliver a content and how to actually persuade myself to do better. But those people who are doing pornography in terms of life, if you're around those people as your wife or husband in terms of life, or let's say, for example, if you have those people in your life where you may marry them because they're porn stars or something, then guess what? Probably it's because they may cheat on you. Probably they may cheat on you as well. Because understand that. Or else you must understand that when you're growing up as an individual who loves life, I mean, all you're really doing is focusing on your life to succeed. But as you focus on your life to succeed, I mean, you're learning very quickly the art of making sure that you're just doing greater. And as you do greater, you're looking for better ways of believing in yourself. And that way, you're learning the different architecture of yourself in different ways. And because you're doing that, you're making sure that you have more than enough time every single day to succeed differently. And 20 minutes ago, I was doing my nice and beautiful fashion photos. And I'm saying it's been already 20 minutes since I already did upload all these photos online in terms of my fashion photos. And anyway, it can understand that no matter what, they can really, really help you to understand that you have to invest at least 30 minutes of your life, in terms of up to 30 minutes of your life, doing your Instagram posts in terms of fashion photos and stories. So it can take up to the nice and beautiful 30 minutes of time to be able to do your Instagram. So just be wary about that. But I never take my time. I make sure I'm investing my time. So you have to invest up to 30 minutes of your time to be able to do Instagram is what I mean. I approach it that way. As I learn, I grow. I'm never cheap. I'm doing something very nice and beautiful for myself. I'm learning the art of game and what I need to do, but what I'm doing is more than enough. I understand that. I understand although the other people want to play games with you, so never talk to them. I mean, never talk to people who want to play games with you. I mean, in the sense of, why is that? Because they make you look foolish. I mean, in the sense of every single time, just understand straight away how you have to go and grow yourself in ways that is helping you grow. And as you grow, you succeed. I mean, you have to be able to be successful, is what it's all about. So the whole point is make sure that you restart. I mean, just restart your phone if you need to, in a way that if you are understanding that you have to go and grow yourself and you have to be able to never punish yourself, but make sure that you're helping yourself to find that inner voice that's actually helping you. So whatever helps you grow is the best way. So just go and focus upon that in life, and that way you have more than enough of whatever you need to succeed with, and you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. Actually, that's all I'm ever doing. I'm just making sure that I'm deleting content from my phone that I've already did the uploading with. I make sure I never scratch myself. I make sure that no matter what, that there's a big habit going around where people are scratching themselves. I mean, you have to catch yourself out and you have to massage instead. I mean, massage yourself instead. And that way you're learning very quickly upon being on top of your life in a way that you're showing for it and you're showing a better way. I mean, you're showing a better direction. I mean, you're showing something different about your life and you're being successful to the point of degree that you can love your life. So I understand people are waking up today and they're saying, oh, I see Danny Milivojevic, man. I mean, I see this guy is doing something. I see this guy's actually doing content to help himself over here. So make sure you're never dropping technology, please. And that way you're studying upon life for yourself in different ways and you're making sure that you have more than enough success and freedom. I realize although that as I speak like this, I'm actually planning my life, and that's why it's so good for me to continue going in terms of what I'm doing over here, because it's at least helping me move forward. I'm at least helping myself move forward over here. So the whole point for me over here is to keep doing audio programs like this so that I can just go and do greater, and that's it. I just want to plan my life. I want to succeed first, and that's it. Or else other people may never listen to me and what I have to say. Well, I never need you to listen to me and what I have to say. I mean, I need to just grow myself. I need to be able to just go and really deliver content. For sure, I'm never losing time. But what I'm actually doing and planning right now is a way to succeed differently, and I'm actually looking for ways to just go and talk until I find these ideas. And that's the whole point, you know. Approach, the whole point is digging for the ideas. And when you dig for the ideas, approach, you find them. Approach, you find these ideas quickly. I mean, the whole point is understanding how to do that. I realize that no matter what I do, I realize that those people who never want to come to my event, rush, they lose out straight away. Rush, they're losing right away. So what I do is I move on, and I never need them in life. I never need the money either. I love I. I make sure I'm very successful. So as I go and become more successful, I go and study the habits of people and how they are living life, so I can go and dwell upon a better life for myself. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is making sure you have a greater life for yourself. And that way you do greater. But if you already have these nice and beautiful images going, then just go and upload all these nice and beautiful texture images that you have. And that way you're moving forward quickly. So be able to plan your life very quickly so you can study the game of what you need to do to succeed. And just keep getting ahead of people. I mean, keep going ahead of people. And that way you're always never dwelling on other people, but you're focusing on yourself more. And that way you're doing greater and greater. Because the whole point of life is what? I mean, the whole point of life is making sure you're growing. I mean, as you grow, you succeed. That's it. If you understand how to grow yourself, then you understand how to really live life as well. So focus on living life to the fullest. and making sure that you're learning what you need to do to succeed is the whole point. So as you grow, you're looking for new ways of improving yourself, and that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you can see exactly what you need to do. So as you succeed, you're looking in the best kind of directions always to focus upon understanding that what you need to do is test everything out and be ahead of technology today. And that way you're learning the game of what you need to do daily to succeed is what we're talking about. So just learn. We learn something. I mean, as you learn something, you're learning very quickly the art of what you need. And that way you're much quicker than other people upon life. And because you're quick to learn, then you're quick to yearn also a way of life. I mean, in a sense, so what's important here is understanding how to really speak to people in different ways, and you're learning very quickly upon who's following you and why. And then you're always understanding anyway, you need to be growing yourself differently to make sure that you're more successful is what the whole point is. And the whole point of life is understanding that you deserve all the success in the world, because every single day you're focusing on delivering content. But as I deliver content, I make sure I'm more successful in regards to what I need to do. But I feel that anyway, that as I do my content online this way, I feel that my life is getting ahead regardless of what's happening online. I'm understanding that I'm never missing out on anything. I make sure that always I see other people and how they promote themselves online. But what I do first is I just go and do greater for myself to succeed. And that way I'm understanding that anyway, that I can feel this nice and beautiful way of asylum over here in the Gold Coast. And I can go over there very quickly and just promote my name very quickly. So that way I'm understanding that no matter what, I just make the music first. And then I can go. I can go very soon to DJ, but I just wanted to be able to DJ my music first before I do anything. And I have to practice a bit more DJing with all my music and understand that straight away. I understand that what I want to do is, first of all, that to practice all this music that I understand is very beautiful. I want to be able to understand to practice my DJing more and more and more, because that way I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually succeed. And as I succeed, I do something different that's actually helping me move forward. So just be careful, guys, in terms of what you're doing in terms of the content over here. So I'm understanding that you just download always 12 photos each of every photo. So that way you're learning very quickly upon understanding that you're moving forward in a better regard. And because you're moving forward, you're delivering something that's actually helping you move forward. But be able to click the nice and beautiful arrow down where you can go and download that content quickly. So you never have to waste time. And that way you're making sure that no matter what, that you're doing something that's helping you grow. And as you go and grow, you're just looking for ways to improve yourself. So just go ahead and be able to go and get ahead of what you're doing daily, because that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do daily to succeed. So I'm always planning my life. I'm always doing something new. I'm making sure I'm rotating my information forward. And as I rotate my information forward, I go and fall flat on my face in terms of I fall flat on my face in terms of words. So I understand anyway that I can see how people talk about me. I mean, they have nothing else to say except good about me. So I'm understanding that what I do is I just grow and grow myself regardless of what's happening around the world. And I just do my life differently. I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough freedom and I have more than enough to do daily to live my life moving forward. But as I move my life forward, I make sure I'm very successful upon what I'm doing. But if you're doing photos of yourself and you're doing photos to help yourself to succeed, then go and understand that you can have some portrait photos if you want. I mean, just be able to understand what you're doing in the process of everything, and that way you're moving forward. So focus on just doing more photos of yourself every single day is what I mean. And if you do that, then you have more than enough to think about in your life, because you're thinking about the word I, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So the whole point is understanding that you have to give people all the information they want, because they give you the money already up front, and that way you're beginning to deliver something of great quality for yourself to succeed and for yourself to grow in front of people. But the whole point is understanding anyway that as I grow, I shall succeed because I want to go promote myself around town. And as I go promote myself more and more, I have plenty to do every single day. So just go somewhere where you've never done the promotion in the first place, along the way. I mean, go to new places. And that way, understand that no matter what, if you do that, then you become so abundant and you have so much more to do daily than other people because you're the one promoting yourself and you're the one who is a superstar. I mean, they're saying when they wish and dream to be a superstar. I mean, they may call themselves a superstar, but they wish and dream to be your status. I promise you. And that way, you're learning very quickly upon how much more great you are than other people because you're willing to deliver and you're willing to post content online and you're willing to help people right away. And that way you're a kind heart and you have a kind heart all the time. And because you do, or else you never help other than making sure you're helping more. And that way you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly how to talk to people. Or else how you talk to people is how you talk in your audio programs. And then that way you're learning very quickly upon understanding that no matter what, that those people who never trust you never deserve to be around you, and that's it. I mean, you must understand. So every single day, I'm looking to focus upon something in my life always, but understanding how people are stupid in life, and I just focus upon growing myself in different ways to make sure I'm learning something different. But as I understand that they're all becoming much more alone throughout time, and what I do is making sure that I have so much more to do every single day. So I'm making sure I can go and live my life differently because that's how I see life. I see life in a different momentum over here, and it's something that actually helps me move forward. Because what helps me move forward is a different way of being able to show myself daily. I'm showing myself daily. I'm making sure I'm more successful. I have a high regard for myself to be able to deliver content quickly. And as I do content quickly, I make sure anyway I'm never losing time. I'm doing much more audio work today than ever before. And that way I learn very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. And that way, as I move forward, I make sure that no matter what, that I have plenty of success happening in my life. So I understand that other people never care about my words and what I have to say. Why don't you go somewhere else, please? I never need you. Unfortunately, it's much more how I feel. So how I feel is that I go and grow myself, and that's it. Unfortunately, as I grow myself, I do aspects of life that other people just dream of doing. So what I do is I check Twitter in the morning. I check Twitter every single hour and just focus on seeing this nice and beautiful content and what's happening over here. So I'm always understanding that I feel that there's always something more that I can do. So what I do is I just go and grab something that is right now and I just talk about everything that's really, really happening around the world. So I can see always this nice and beautiful range of products every single day, which is the information of life, where you're actually learning about what's going on in terms of life and you're actually just always into your business in a way that you're growing. That's the whole point. And the whole point is making sure that you're learning about the nice and beautiful vaccine process and what's happening around the world with coronavirus, and you're always just looking to see what people are talking about. And because you're talking about a greater way for yourself, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you have to go and do greater from now on to make sure that no matter what, that you can express yourself. I mean, you can express yourself in front of people, and then you understand straight away that you have to talk more and also do your music production as well. I mean, just get ahead of your game in life coaching and be able to promote yourself as quickly as possible so that you actually go and do greater and greater. So you're always looking for that nice and beautiful way of life over here to go and dwell upon something that's actually helping you move forward is the whole point. I mean, if you want to go and do anything greater and greater for yourself, you're always looking for that nice and beautiful way of life, aren't you? I mean, the way of life is making sure that you understand that if you want to do something that's nice and beautiful for yourself, then you're always focusing on that nice and beautiful way of life. Because anything that's nice and beautiful daily is focusing on a point of view. So if you're understanding that no matter what, that people go and make statues, for example, and they sell them, I see over there in Japan they gave $230,000 to have a statue around town. I realize now what you need to do always is go and promote yourself as much as you can. So that way you are always delivering content. So I'm very sure as you deliver content, you're looking to actually talk more than other people, because what I see the soccer players doing today in terms of those people who are starting out today, and there are many of them who are starting out in football today, or sports, which they all get so cocky about life, and they believe that yes, they can play sport, but they have no communicational skills in the long run to be able to do better jobs in terms of what they're doing. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I succeed differently, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm very successful upon what I do. So every single day, I'm finding that I have a connection with some guy over here who I did speak to about life, and he agrees with me. Otherwise, so what I'm doing is I'm helping people to find that nice and beautiful aspect of life, of what's going on in their life, and then I focus upon understanding that since I have people at my event, I'm making sure anyway that it's much more of a successful event anyway. So as I focus upon doing my life differently, I focus on just making sure that I have more than enough. I have more than enough to be able to love my life. So as I love my life in different ways, I'm looking for the best kind of life possible for myself to succeed. So as I grow myself, I am never old. I'm making sure I'm looking for new improvement in my daily life. In that way, I'm learning. I'm learning the art of being courageous. So as I be courageous every single day, I'm making sure I have more than enough of what I need to succeed. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what is actually happening. So I understand no matter what, I can see a poor film, for example, when I understand that they are trying too hard to bring upon action films without action happening in the film. So I'm understanding that if you want to go and really, really dwell upon action, then make it action more than a romance, for example. I mean, in a sense, the whole point is action films is all about action and shooting and guns and all this stuff. But if you're just promoting the characters of the film, of course, that's different. I mean, the whole point is understanding that no matter what, that as I grow, I succeed differently. Make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough to succeed with every single day. So I'm learning always about what's happening around the world and how people are promoting their images and what's happening around them every single day. So I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. But as you really, really succeed differently, then you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do better. So if you watch the Avatar is really, really, in terms of really, really interesting in terms of the film. And why is that? Because there's some new change going ahead, and there's something new going ahead all the time in different ways. So I'm always focusing on understanding that if you want to do greater for yourself, then you want to be helping yourself to succeed differently. So the whole point is making sure that you focus upon something that's actually helping you move forward. So if you go and really, really dwell upon something that's really, really moving everybody forward, then you're focusing upon making sure that you have more than enough to succeed with every single day. So you can focus upon loving your life in the best kind of direction possible so you can succeed. And that's the whole point. Yeah? I mean, the whole point is making sure you have more than enough to do greater in terms of life. And that way you're doing something much more. So as you do much more, I mean, then you're focusing upon helping your life to succeed differently. And that's the whole point. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is watch something and just be entertaining yourself in regards to what you're doing. And that way you're doing something greater. Because that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is understanding yourself. And I have to go upload my mentors today as well. I have some mentors to upload. I'll make sure I go and do that quickly because now I find more success in my life. I'll make sure to just see, is my content uploading online? I can see yes. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I go and do something to help myself to see life greater, I make sure I have more than enough time for everything. And how is that possible? Because I see a greater life in my life. I can see I'm doing much more work to help myself. And I'm focusing on charging my content quickly as well. So what I want to do is charge my content now so I can go and do everything now. So that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is deliver content and make sure that you're getting ahead of the game. So the whole point is deliver, deliver, deliver. And deliver yourself into greatness is what I mean. So focus on understanding that I love I, and as I love I, I'm looking to just enjoy myself in different ways. I'm looking to understand that no matter what I do today, is that I'm successful in regards to what I'm doing. And I can tell that other people can see what I'm doing. But they never care to be with me, and they never care to talk to me. I mean, but that's why I never need to be around them either. In a sense, so what I do is I move on quickly, and I see how life goes on this way, and I love it. Actually, that's how life hits you hard, and life actually hits you like that. And is that hard or is it smart? And anyway, life hits you very hard if you're never ever growing.